professional drug user, Joe Ford!
Yeah, if anyone knew how many people don't listen to the content created by comedians, and therefore I'm perfectly safe to disclose all of my drug use, it's me, don't worry. Yeah, they say dress for the job you want, so I've sort of been dressing more and more like sort of a cross between a hobo and a street worker, just because I'm looking desperately for a home. Yeah, I got dumped fairly recently, well, it's quite a while back now, but what really bit is that he was my drug dealer, you know, so yeah, like, do you know what's worse than splitting up with your boyfriend? Splitting up with your boyfriend and your drug dealer at the same time. That's really cold, sober week that was. Yeah, I have to pay for my drugs now, which is upsetting. Hence the branching out into street work, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I mean, it's fine. I also, you know, I got dumped, I got made homeless. It's fine. I've been sleeping in my dead uncle's bed. Don't worry, he's not in it. That would be weird. No, he's under the telly actually. Yeah, he loved that telly. So I think it's what he would have wanted. I mean, you know, where do you scatter someone who hasn't been out in 10 years and hates everyone and everything? It's difficult, isn't it? But yeah, so I mean, the thing is, right, so I got dumped, right, and like, he didn't really think I was funny, so this whole career that I'm trying to build here is about proving that fucker wrong, and you know, I'm not bitter, but most of my material is about him, and is quite brutal, so, but it's fine, don't worry, he won't see it. As previously mentioned, the things disclosed in comedy nights don't get very far out on the internet. But no, to be honest, he hasn't subscribed to my YouTube channel. Doesn't matter how many times I send him the link. Well, obviously he's not actually on social media because he's a drug dealer. But yeah, so like, you know, it's fine. He won't see this content. I'm safe, which is, you know, it's handy because if you are going to make jokes about the jokes about the drug dealers' size of their balls, then you probably don't want them to see those jokes, do you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, he was one of those guys, right? He was, one of those 5'7" guys, you know the ones I mean? The ones that are 5'5", yeah? Those ones. It's fine, they're kind of easier to get over, you sort of just leapfrog. And I had sort of hoped straight onto the next dick, but catching a dick in your 40s is tough. Nearly as tough as leapfrogging an adult man. Like, and essentially, like, I'm just not fit enough for either, you know what I mean? Gotta start going back to the gym. But yeah, so I've obviously been doing a bit of the online dating, you know, whom we all. It's changed a lot. There's a lot of guys in my age cohort just showing 2/3 of their head. I'm not a detective, but I think they might be bald. I have had to widen my parameters to basically the whole of Kent, hence why I'm in fucking Hastings tonight, guys. It's fine, a 3-hour round trip for some disappointing dick is a novel I'll soon be writing, you know, it's fine. But yeah, so the other thing, I mean, I've actually been kicked off of Tinder. It turns out not catching a dick is breaking their community standards, so I've let the side down. And Facebook dating has just suggested I try friendship. So yeah, it's pretty brutal out there. I recently went on, I don't want you to feel too sorry for me, I recently went on a free all-inclusive holiday. Not only did I not pay for it, technically speaking, you did. That's right, I got sectioned. It's really lucky we don't have to clap for the NHS anymore. It's fucking hard to do that in a straight jacket. No, the thing is, you don't get a straight jacket on the NHS. If you want that, you do have to go private, but it is well worth it. You will need a mental health institution for life after that. It's all good. I recommend it if you want to talk to me afterwards. It's only for the kinky. Or, you know, the insane, but let's be honest, they are the best in bed. So it's great actually. I've seen a fella at the moment, he's bipolar, and he only wants to see me when he's in one of his poles. It's the ideal dating environment, you know what I mean? I don't hear from him for months and then it's fuck, yay! Who doesn't want that? It's a dream come true. Or, you know, obviously, in your 40s, your dreams have to get smaller. Basically, you have to lower your expectations and then you can find a man. And broaden those categories, do you know what I mean? Cover the whole county. Think about scuba diving, whatever it takes. But yeah, so like one of my friends said he thought one of the reasons I was struggling to capture dick is because I'm an alpha woman. I didn't really know what he meant, but turns out I'd interrupted him, which is apparently very alpha. What he was actually trying to say is I'm alpha betty spaghetti lady. Got a lot of letters after my name, but I don't make any sense. Apparently the BA is cancelled out by the ADHD, and that might explain why all my exes have got PTSD. And at least one of them's got an STD, but not to do with me, I promise. I haven't got that on my Tinder bio for various reasons. But yeah, no, I mean the dating world's changed though, hasn't it? Like, I mean, the youngsters are doing a lot of different things, and I'm happy for them. It's exciting. They're doing what's that big one that you guys, I think you do a bit of it down here. They're taking pride in their sex life. It's cool, isn't it? Good for them. That's lovely. Unfortunately, my demographic is pale, male, and stale. So you can be pretty sure my sex drive is driven by shame. Yeah, the other one they're doing positive, affirmative consent. Oh, no, thank you. I mean, if you have to ask, it's a no, essentially. Like, if you're not pulling my hair and dragging me in, I don't want it. That's a very unpopular opinion these days. Yeah, so, like, in fact, I have got to the point where nearly all of my opinions are unpopular. You know, you just get to a certain age and you're like, shit, I just agreed with something in the Daily Mail, take me up the back and shoot me. No, it wasn't the Daily Mail, like, I'm not that bad, honestly. But yeah, no, I mean, the feminists promised us a lot, didn't they? And I've got to be honest, hasn't worked out for me. Like, the big one, financial freedom, sounded amazing. I was like, Daddy, you don't need to pay my bills. I want to go and get myself some financial freedom. They meant a job. Like, you're free between the hours of 5 and 9 after working all day for the man. It's not very free, is it? Like, it's just, I mean, I've thought about it. I can't think of anything with job in the title. Nose job, rim job, blow job. I don't want any of them. You know what I mean? No, thank you. And the other thing they promised us was sexual liberation, right? Which is exciting in your 20s. Do you know what I mean? I'm from the generation that invented dogging. What a time to be alive, the 90s, you know? But in your 40s, it's just another job. And at this point, I'm struggling to find a voluntary position, you know what I mean? What can I do? It's not ideal, it's not ideal. But yeah. So yeah, I've tried a few unusual techniques. I mean, obviously, lowering the standards has helped. The other thing I thought I'd do is, like, you know, maybe widen the age brackets. Yeah. The thing is, right? The thing is, and being in my 40s, right, I can date anyone from 18 to 85, can't I, really? If you think about it, I'm just sort of straight in the middle there. So it's fine, it's like, it's borderline, it's not really immoral. But the difficulty with that is, like, so my mum is 76, and her fella's 40. So, like, I'm not even the alpha cougar in my household. Like, she's such an apex predator, they've had to rename it. She's a saber-toothed tiger. Right? And to be honest, that's not actually a joke. I'm just fucking proud of her. I really am. And you can tell, I do jokes, and some of them include talking about my ex's balls. So she's very proud of me too. It's mutual, you know? Yeah, so the other thing about my ex, I'm time blind, so we could be here a week, sorry guys. Like, so the other thing about my ex is he had like these tiny, tiny baby balls. Right, and the thing is, it's you know what, it's weirdly, it's normally the men with the weird laughs that make a beeline for me afterwards, knowing that I'm a collector. But like, basically, he had these tiny baby balls, and the weird thing is, I really liked it, because it didn't matter what he did, I could still breathe. But I was worried. I was like, is it weird that you like these big balls? Like, men are always boasting about their big balls, aren't they? Like, so it just felt like, oh, I don't know if this is allowed. This is a bit of a taboo, like these little balls. I thought, could you be a pedo? I mean, I had to check. Like, luckily it's a loophole. It's just like a bald fanny, as long as it's on an adult. That's the rules. I don't make them. It's fine. So I mean, I am still looking for a man, and I thought, you know what? I could try one more thing. And it's not anal, I've been doing that for a long time. But no, I thought what I'd try and do is develop a personality. A lot of work it's been, and to be honest, it hasn't worked out. It turns out I'm a cunt.